I think what drew me to this film, The Human Supremacist, was definitely the very unique log line in the casting notice. You don't see a lot of movies that are about cults, and then this one in particular had a very specific focus that I had never seen before. And then also the character description of Dahlia, the character I play in this movie, was very layered, complex character, right age range for me, and I thought it would be a really good challenge. Plus, the audition sides, very well written. So whenever the sides are really good, then I'm drawn to that. Rachel and Zoe were excellent scene partners. They are definitely younger than I am. So that is always an interesting dynamic. And I don't want to give anything away in the movie, but that plays into the ultimate shifting dynamic of these characters as the plot progresses. So I think we had a lot of trust with each other. I think we had to. Walls were definitely broken down on day one, just because what we were asked to do was difficult at times, physically, emotionally, mentally. And we really relied on each other to get through the day in good spirits, stay focused. And I think we really played off of each other very well. Well, Paolo, we all call him Pap. I would describe Pap's style as very innovative, truly. This is unlike any other movie I've worked on. And I always think it helps when you have a director/writer. So Paolo's vision is very clear because he knows exactly what he wants because he wrote the script too. So that's very helpful as an actor to have that really clear communication. I love the way he plays with lighting. I think you'll see some very interesting shots and angles that you don't usually see in movies. And they are really well used, those variety in shots, to create different effects. And so again, I don't want to spoil too much of the movie. You have to see the film to really understand what I'm talking about. But yeah, I would say Pap's style is very unique. It really is very unique and very innovative. I think Rachel is fabulous in this role. I think she was perfectly cast. Her face is so expressive. There were many times where I could really see the fear in her eyes. Rachel does such a great job of subtext, you can really, whether you're on a close-up or far away, she is very communicative with the camera. I also think Rachel really encapsulates the doubt that Natalie has, the doubt in herself, the doubt in the cult. You see that, and she really is so expressive that way. You almost are seeing the movie as the audience really from Rachel or Natalie's perspective. Zoe was great. Zoe is fearless. I mean, she's so young. She's like half as old as I am. She has so much poise and confidence for her age. I mean, for any age, but she never doubts herself on camera either. She just dove into every scene and was fearless from first shot to last shot and just very easily took direction. She's very clever in this role and will surprise you. Oh, the red dress. What do I think of the red dress? Well, it's very dirty right now. We put those red dresses through hell. The red dress was fine. I think visually the red dress looked very, very good on camera because we were often shooting in a field or at night. So when you have kind of that lush green background or the browns of the woods or even the darkness of the night, the red dress really took on almost a character of its own, really standing out visually. And then that obviously has meaning for the plot as well. I think what ultimately sets this movie apart from other movies, maybe a couple of elements. I would say the variety of shots, the pacing, how sometimes the pacing is very fast and then it slows down. It's very disorienting in a good way. That it's meant to be. I think you never really know what's going on until the very end of the movie. At least for me, even watching it as a viewer, I think that Pap did a great job of confusing the audience in a good way. Not confusing the audience about the sequence of events, but confusing the audience as in what is really going on here. One minute you think it's something, and in the next scene, it becomes something else. So you're really drawn in. And I think that's what makes it very, very unique. No, I would not live off of photosynthesis, even if I could do it because I like food. I like food too much. You know, it was really great being in a movie centered around female characters because that doesn't happen a lot of the times. You know, as an actor, I'll be reading breakdowns, and especially given my age, because I'm not in the ingenue category anymore, I'm in my 40s, I see kind of the same characters and the same size of roles over and over again. A mom, an aunt, a nurse, and it's always a supporting role, which all roles are important, don't get me wrong. And I have been lucky to play very against type too. So I'm very thankful of the opportunities I've had in the past few years. But having a movie like this that centers around female characters, but it's not focused on I'm a woman and here are my struggles. And I mean, there's always a place for a movie like that. But this really was, we are featuring women, but it's not all just about being a woman. It's women driving the plot of a psychological thriller, a horror movie, however you want to describe this movie. And you just don't get that. I mean, honestly, this is the only time I've been in a movie that's featured women in this very specific, distinct way. Yes, definitely. I think certain diets or certain health plans have almost a cult-like following or a religious following. And again, I think it goes back to why does somebody join a cult? To have a sense of belonging, have a sense of community. So a lot of the times when you have certain diets, it can give you a sense of purpose and goals and structure if you're feeling out of control in any way. And then it can go along with your belief system too, ethics, how you think, feel, act. So yes, I agree that certain diets almost have a religious following as well. I did not know that Pap was left-handed until this very moment, but I say congratulations because I know it's a very rare thing. You know, being left-handed, you have to be adaptable and you have to kind of change the way you do things from the moment you're little. So I think that has led to probably some of Pap's creativity of thinking outside the box, of being unique himself, and then that carries through into his writing and directing. I think there are more movies like this, one, because they're harder to make, you know, it's more demanding on the actors, it's more demanding on the writer, for sure. This isn't just a paint by numbers Hallmark, you know, Christmas movie of the month. So it's more complex. It's more outside the box. What am I trying to say? A movie like this you can't just kind of phone it in. You really have to commit all in. And it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of energy mentally, physically, from everyone involved. So it's not an easy movie to make, but it's a worthwhile movie to make and then to watch.
The Human Supremacist, now streaming.